Hello Forza fans! Today we're hitting Rivals, and at the end I'll show you how you can use my lap to do something really horrible and beat mine to feel good about yourself. Sound fair? Let's go to Class X time attack, pick the Barcelona Catalunya GP Circuit, and as you can see here I've not set a time. In fact, I've not driven the absolute, some would say broken 2022 Aston Martin Valkyrie AMR Pro anywhere. Then again, if it's broken for me, then it's broken for you too, so this is all completely fair. Soft tyres, low fuel. You know the drill. The aim is to get as high up the Rivals leaderboard as we can. I'm not an esports driver, so I think a 14 or 15 is something to shoot for. At the end of the first lap, we come from a standing start with 15 seconds off ideal pace, followed by a 122. We then continue to make steady progress from 122 up into the high 19s and follow that up with a low 19. And almost skip the 18s altogether in the following lap. This is where mistakes start creeping in as you push harder and harder, just getting on the throttle too early and spinning onto the inside here. Visiting the tyre barrier not long afterwards, in fact one corner further along on the next lap. And pushing too hard on the exit of the final turn. Let's take a look at the leaderboard then. 153rd in the world with a 118.183. Top 1% already, but I'm not done there. We'll put the traction control on to help us. We go faster almost immediately with a 118.1, following that up with a 17.434. Sneak up to a 117.282, followed by a whopping 300ths improvement. We're not quite done with the 17s yet. I somehow missed recording a 16.6, but here we are beating it anyway with a 16.464. Snapping up 62nd in the world with no changes to the tune is good, but we're not in the 14s or 15s yet, so it's time to find a tune. Anything called OP Car V1 sounds good in my book. Make me fast. 116.1 early doors, followed up with a 15.977. We're in the promised land, and beat it the lap after. We're going into the easy to make a mistake territory now. Here I am washing out wide and getting on the throttle too early. But then a 15.309 shows we might be able to get that 14 after all. Also in frustration territory now as the tiniest loss of speed punishes you hard. I lose time there in the final turn, but following lap I don't repeat the mistake for a 15.072. This just shows how frustrating it can be when you race in the Ghost. You can pick up pace in one part like I am here, having lost in the first section of the lap, but then I think this car has higher downforce than me because I sort of get late on the brakes, get the line pretty tight, but it makes time up on me, but then I gain time back on the straight section before the braking zone again, dive into the corner, and then it's just sneaking ahead of me once more, so I must not have got such a great exit before the lap becomes unassailable and it drifts away from me. So there's plenty of restarts in this section. I get on the curb a little bit too much there and I've already lost the lap, so that one's gone. And then another one accidentally go down into first gear there, slide way too much, you just heard the tyres, and the lap is already gone there too. Then we finally make a little bit of a breakthrough, going 0.021 faster to take 15th place in the leaderboard. But I want my 14 now that we're so close. We don't quite get there with the first lap out, and then you'll see this is a bit of a compilation of pain where the slightest little mistake while running close to the Ghost is just game over. There's some incidents where I thought I was up, look, I'm 4/10ths up there, so I'm easily going to get a 14, but I just can't get through the final turn fast enough. The Ghost is agonizingly in front of me. I do improve to a 15.030, and then when I'm 1/10th up, almost 1.5 up, I just ease off too much in the final corner, get too greedy on the inside curb. It reduces to 0.056, and then by the line, I have lost out, in fact getting a dead level time with my own. I thought the 14 would never come. Great corner, I thought. 0.060 behind. And yep, I don't get it all over again. 11 laps into this third session. I get a pretty decent exit from the final turn, catching the Ghost, but it is not enough on this occasion. Making our way across the line, we are going to go down the start-finish straight. This car pretty much makes light work of that. And then we're going to go down to turn 1, hit the brakes, get it nice and tight. We're turned in nice and early, flat out, just touch the apex without skidding. Same again, flat out all the way up here. This car has insane grip. Brake around the line, get on the power early as we can. We're still ahead of the Ghost, you can see it in our mirrors. Brake down to first gear, good exit. The Ghost got ahead of me briefly there, but it had actually gone deep. So we've now got a pretty good lead over it. Stay committed here. Don't be afraid to go over the curbs. This car handles them quite well. Little bit of a lift and then back on the throttle again. As we make our way to one of the slowest turns, hit the brakes at the 100 mark, down into first gear, wash out slightly wide, back on the power. Brake as late as we dare there. Just after the yellow curb, you can get back on the power. And now it is flat out with a slight lift in the final turn. Can I do it? I've been getting this turn wrong so much. Yes, we just get a tiny bit of curve. Back on the power. We're 1/10 up. And we are finally there. A 1:14.813. We're 14th in the world. And that is quite enough for today. Thank you very much. If you want to try and beat that, just go to Rivals. Pick Class X, Time Attack. Select Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. And you will see when you go to the leaderboard, my time. If you select my name, you can get my tune that I've used, watch the replay of my lap that I've just shown you, set me as a rival, or set me as a training ghost. Good luck, and I'll see you soon.